All right, so we're here with Greg from Track, and we're very excited to have you support the Drive for Men's Health.
Dr. B, we're excited too.
Yeah, thank you. And always get to see the Track device right here if you guys haven't seen it yet. But Greg, I mean, we've been doing this for like 5 years now, Drive for Men's Health. You guys have been working on this technology for way beyond that. Have you seen a change in the way guys are talking more about their health in the years that you've been doing this? Because honestly, like we've seen a big change, but I would love to see like your view.
Yeah, I think so. I think they're starting to be, fertility is still kind of stigmatized, right? There's still a taboo around it, but it's starting to emerge as a little bit more of a conversational topic. I think there's general awareness amongst guys that, hey, infertility is pretty common, and that men are half the problem, right? Mm-hmm. So there's starting to be this kind of groundswell of, well, fertility is becoming a big condition, but men can really get engaged and do something with it, and men are open to it.
But you mentioned conversation, so we're here having a cup of coffee here. Do you think we're there where guys, like when they're hanging out with each other, either having a beer or having a coffee, do you think this is what they're talking about, or do you think it's still about sports and cars and other things?
Yeah, they're not talking about it yet until you talk to someone who's been through it. Mm-hmm. And I think that's a very important differentiator. Guys who have been through fertility difficulties with their partner, gone through all the testing, all the procedures, evaluation, and treatment they get it and they know it. And as soon as they find someone who's also going through that, they tend to be an open book. And it's really exciting to see. When I meet someone new and I tell them what I do for a living, that I'm out selling sperm counters, and if they've been through this, if they've been tested, done the semen analysis, been through treatment, they'll tell you their whole story right away. They'll just open up because they're looking for someone to talk to. It's been bottled up inside for a long time.
See, at least they're talking to you about it. Me, when I tell them what I do, they just want samples of Viagra. So it's a different ask.
Speaking of which, we'll talk about that later. Yeah.
But you mentioned is when they've been through that journey.
Yeah.
They've been through that journey and they find someone else that has been through those struggles. How does Track change some of those struggles that men may face when they're starting their journey and their path towards figuring out what's wrong with their fertility?
Yeah, well, first and foremost, Track can help you get that initial reading of what your sperm count is. We'll categorize you as either low, moderate, or optimal for conception. And in fact, most guys are not optimal. Most guys are suboptimal, and that kind of means you have room to improve. So the whole Track system, this ecosystem and approach that we've built is all around what can I do as a guy to maximize my sperm production? And we're not talking about years. We're talking about this very important time in your life. You and your partner, you're trying to get pregnant. When it comes to fertility, more is better. The higher your sperm count, the better your monthly chances of conception. So we want to dig in and we help guys, with our web tools, with our app, help you identify those top things that you can do in your life that's going to make a difference, and then encourage you. Let's take some steps, health and lifestyle-wise, it's only going to help improve your sperm production.
So what do you do here? What do you do in this cup? Like, can I touch this? Is this clean?
Yeah, I clean it all up. Don't worry about it.
Can you tell us in a nutshell, like what exactly do you do? Because I've used it in the past, but...
Yeah, so the Track system is a totally at-home kit. You don't have to mail in your sample. This is a device...
Oh, so you don't mail it in?
Yeah, you don't mail it in. You run it all entirely at home. You can buy it on our website. You can buy it on Amazon. It shows up in a very discreet, plain brown box on your doorstep and allows you to run your sperm count at home. And it comes with multiple tests. So the system itself consists of a device. We call this our engine. It's got a little motor in it. It runs on 2 AA batteries. And then we have disposable test strips. This is actually...
Does it come with the batteries?
It comes with batteries.
So
yeah.
one
batteries
thing less for you to do as a guy is to go find batteries. One thing less.
Yeah, that's actually one of the biggest pain points. You're opening your kids' Christmas gifts and it doesn't come with batteries. It's got to come with batteries, right? So anyway, there's a few other components. This is actually a new part of the kit that we just rolled out. This is a collection cup, but it's not just a collection cup. It also measures your semen volume, and you can talk to the guys about, semen volume is an important parameter. It can change, and it's another metric they were able to give, and it's now FDA cleared. So we got an FDA clearance on this thing to measure your semen volume, and beyond that, we can diagnose hypospermia or low semen volume. If your ejaculate volume is less than 1.5 milliliters, that's kind of on the low side, and there could be an issue to look at. So.
I think that's really cool, because when Track first came out, it was just count. So when we get a semen analysis in our office, there's about like 10 things that we actually look at specifically, and then we kind of try to dive in where the problem could be. So first it was the count, and now it's this. So you're accomplishing, I would say, a lot of the big stuff that I look at already at home in the comfort of your own home, which I think is pretty cool.
Thanks. Yeah.
And you can use this for water if you run out of cups.
It's a conversation starter for sure. But, so anyway.
So you masturbate.
That's right.
In there, you measure your volume, document that, and then.
Yeah. So then it comes with a little dropper. You take a few drops, and it goes into this cartridge. So this is actually a disposable. It's a precision engineered microfluidic device, is what it is. And it might not look like that, but there's actually a lot of innovation and technical know-how going into the system. Because
I just call it the prop because that's what it says on there. So.
It is called the prop. This is the track prop, but this is really the core of the technology. And what it does is you put it on the engine, so you load it up with your sample, and then when you close the lid, it's going to spin. It's going to spin for about 5 minutes. And what that's doing is it's spinning around the semen sample.
Now, don't do this. You have to keep it flat, by the way. So I'm just showing you for demonstration purposes.
Yeah, so it spins, and then when it's done, it's going to give you a reading. And what we're doing by spinning that sample around is we are pulling the sperm cells out of the semen sample. So semen basically consists of seminal fluid and sperm are a heavy, a very dense cell. So when we're spinning it down, we get a pellet. They form a little column in its outer window, and you read it like a thermometer. So you get a visual reading of your sperm count, again, as low, moderate, or optimal based on World Health Organization guidelines, clinical research.
I think you have that in your booklet here that comes with it.
Yeah.
You can actually see what it would look like.
It's actually right on the box. Right
Oh,
there.
hey, oh man.
Yeah, so you get this visual. You're actually looking at your sperm cells. They form as a white pellet, and when it comes to getting pregnant, more is better. So you get that initial reading, and it's not just a screening. It comes with multiple tests, and that's important because sperm counts can change. They can go up or down for a lot of reasons, and the whole track system, the information you get with it, our mobile app is about what can you, as this guy at this time in your life, do to improve your sperm production and see those changes over time, see that you're having an impact, and hopefully we can help you get pregnant.
So I think it's pretty cool that not only do you get to see your fertility potential, but you can go on the app and actually get suggestions on what things you can change today. So and then without even to wait for someone like me and see me in the office to tell you this stuff, you can start making your lifestyle changes today to get yourself on track.
Right. Yeah. Well, what's neat is that these small changes in your health and your daily living can make a big impact, right? So I did my own experiment. I was overweight at the time and wanted to get in shape. So since I had helped build a sperm counter, let's put myself to the test. It took me about 4 months to lose my goal, 17 pounds, and my sperm count almost doubled. I mean, it was a much bigger difference than I had ever expected to see, but it kind of makes sense. As you get in shape, your fitness improves, your heart's pumping better, you're making a little bit more testosterone, and your sperm count can go up.
Actually, one more thing. What are 3 things that guys can do right now at home to help their fertility?
3 things to help your fertility. All right. One of the things that a lot of guys don't think about is heat, right? So things that you do in your life, exposing your reproductive system to excess heat is a bad one. So stay out of the hot tub, stay away from the hot grills. If you're a mountain biker, go
hot girls or hot grills?
More hot grills, less hot grills.
Okay,
yeah.
okay, all right, okay.
So anyway, heat is probably number 1, I'd say. Number 2 is get up and move a little bit. I think guys are getting more and more sedentary, and just that, especially if you have a desk job, make sure that you're standing, you're moving, and that can actually make a big impact. 3, I'm going to actually emphasize sleep. I think sleep doesn't get the attention that it probably should for not only fertility but overall health. Like, we make our testosterone while we're sleeping, right? It's a time to rejuvenate our hormones, and if you're not getting enough sleep, you're really cutting yourself short, and that can really wreak havoc on your. So, that's a tough one to address, but if you can take some steps to make it a little bit of a better sleep environment, that can really show some dividends, and it doesn't get a lot of attention.
So stay away from the heat, sleep more, and get up.
Yeah, and your nutrition is a big one too, right? So obviously.
But Greg, I only asked for 3.
I know. I'm giving you a bonus on it.
Just
Eating a little bit better is going to go a long way too. Lose a little bit of weight, eat a little bit better. You're going to feel great, and you're going to see that show up in your sperm count too.
Agree, man. Well, thank you, Greg. Appreciate it.
I'm Greg at Track, and it's time to drive for Men's Health.